Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity Deadfire, or Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run. Episode 52, I believe. It's 53, I apologize. Alright, we're going downstairs. Finally, very close to finishing Pokakahara. I feel like we've been doing Pokakahara for like 2 weeks now. And in actuality, it's not far off. I've been doing a lot of like mechanics streams here lately. Okay, well this just seems
Speak freely.
horrible.
You were saying?
Alright then. Let's just put
You are
that
not a
trap
problem,
to bed
Captain.
real quick. That's a fucking nightmare is what that was. Is this that lady? This is that lady. Ocean of Arcane Reflection.
Happily.
A woman lies dead on the tiles, her skin discolored with decay. Her rent flesh sloughs away to reveal bone. No maggots or bugs have reached her here, which only means that there's more of her left to assault your nostrils. A sword lies discarded beside her, a pack lies beneath her arm, and the barest wisp of essence hovers over her body. Examine the body. The woman's body lies at the end of a trail of smeared, crusted blood. The damage to her armor suggests a fight, though it looks like her attacker, or attackers, allowed her to crawl away to die. Holding your breath, you kneel to search the body. As you handle her remains, clumps of muscle and flesh fall off, raising a fresh wave of rot. Most of her belongings are slimy and rancid with putrescence, but her pack has escaped the worst of it. Inside, you see a few torn pages and a carved figurine. Take the pages. They look like they were ripped from a book or journal. They are brown and warped with spilled drink and scrawled with a few brief entries. These pages have been torn out of a larger book. They are stained brown and stiff with some dark, fragrant liquid. The entries begin thus. I wanted so badly to find Pokakahara, and now we are stuck here. No one dares to leave while the Titan roams outside, so we must hope we can find another exit somewhere in the ruins. Alara must have triggered it. It did not move until she began prying open the door, and before we knew it, it had Gian. The others do not say it, but I know they blame me for failing to save him. Smudges of dirt from the author's hand streak the page around the next entry. Alara is gone too. We move more slowly now, wary of traps and monsters. I detest this creeping about, and Duano's stomping nearly makes it all pointless, but Valero has almost lost his nerve, and I do not think he can take another nasty surprise. The next entry is filled with big, crooked letters that loop and swoop like a child's. The others sleep. We decided against candles or campfires, so I write in the glow of the Audra. It's good, because I hear something moving in the dark, even if the others do not. Valero insisted that we move slowly so that he could study the murals and the patterns on the floor, things to save us from mishaps like the ones that befell Gian and Alara, but none of that will help if the creatures here catch us. Duano hides a limp, but the way he looks at Valero and me makes me think he's hiding something else too. They grow more and more paranoid with every hour in this place. When they awaken, we will press forward so that we may be done with it. Meantime, I will keep the pages with my own observations. I cannot trust the others with them. The next entry is hastily scribbled. Valero lost the logbook and accuses me of sabotage. Sabotage! He is so busy sketching these murals that he forgets why we are here. But I saw the Audra, and I understood. This place is sick. We are here to cure it. But Valero says the Huana were here long ago, that the murals prove as much. I think one Amawa looks much like another, but he gave me an idea. Right now, we spend blood and treasure searching for luminous Adra. Our task would be much easier if we could make regular Adra luminous by enriching it with live souls. As I look at the equipment the Ingwithans built here, so like the machines our animancers construct, I wonder if they once did this very thing. And we have the villagers of Tikawara so eager to help. When we return to Nekataka, I shall present my idea to Lueva of Alvari. I do not think Director Castol has the stomach for it, nor my companions, I fear. All right, so she a crazy lady trying to sacrifice people to fuel luminous Adra. No. Bed. Beza. Bed. Alright, take the figurine. The wooden figurine has the body of a woman and the head of a fish, with beady eyes and a gaping snaggle-toothed maw. It's pale and rough-textured, like it was carved recently. Ingati Idol.
Boy, Cap, that barnacle baby radiating confusion on my blue ass ain't blue. Feel all fathom-headed just looking at it.
His ears twitch as he peers narrow-eyed at the figure. Feel a sudden sharp headache. Take her weapon. The saber boasts a viciously serrated edge. Despite the state of its former master, the blade appears to be in good condition, and you retrieve it. Beza's toothed blade. Beza was a senior member of the Collegia Mi Defensia Mutuo, a prestigious Valian dueling society. The club's standard duel for members of equal standing was single blade against single blade, fought until first blood was drawn. The duelist wore leather armor, padded doublets, and masks, enough to prevent a minor strike from becoming a fatal blow. Beza had a blade constructed that proved extremely effective at biting through such protection. Her fellow duelists came to fear her and her jagged saber. So she's a fucking asshole. Fuck you. Jeez. Fucking bullshit. Read her soul. Brief images you see are scattered and confused. You're an explorer with a Valian trading company, and you're searching the ruins with your comrades. At least they used to be your comrades. Now you're not so sure. Things have been going wrong ever since you got to this island. First with Jan, then Alara. Though it might have started earlier on Tikawara, maybe when Vector fell sick. You hear a scream in the distance. You don't know where the others are. You don't know why there's blood on your hands. You don't know why it's so hard to think. But you remember that you were supposed to be quiet to avoid the notice of whatever is down here. Something moves in the darkness.
You were saying?
Okay. So Beza's is actually a unique. We've got biting cuts, -1 armor for 10 seconds on critical strike. That's actually pretty good. And it is veil piercing. That is actually also pretty good. Good enough that we might want to put that on a secondary setup for a dare. Veil piercing is very useful in certain situations. +10 action speed. Okay. Or -2 armor rating. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good. I'd be happy with that. Okay, what was this other fucking thing? Ngati Idol? Set up. Do I need to toss that? Ngati Idol. Ngati Idol is a quest item. As a cipher, you can expect it to reveal a confusion hex placed within by Nairi. Ooh. Fuck you, Nairi. These people... Ooh. I mean, don't get me wrong, it seems like Beza was already a bad lady. But you basically just screwed with her head and caused her to kill people. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up. So Nairi, the priestess back at Tikawara, gave Beza this idol, and it's got a confusion charm on it. So it makes the
I'm listening.
holder slowly, you know, lose their mind, basically. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. The Juana figure's sacrifice seems to have supplied the pillar with energy, depicted in blue flame. Blue flame!
Of course.
Stone glass of this contraption vibrates with some internal energy. In theory, there's still one more left alive?
Don't go near that thing, Ashiza. Hurts my head just looking at it.
That's bad. Energy pulses through the twisted column like an irregular heartbeat straining at the bounding walls. It's super deep within the bowels of Nekataka. Absolutely. How's it going, Jay? The deepest within Nekataka. Yeah. Just ate? Yeah, I need to probably eat. I don't know. I had a really big lunch with Casey, so I might not eat dinner. See, maybe I'll just like snack later.
Happily.
The machine at the base of the pillar is in bad shape. The Adra panels are warped and the copper is corroded, but it looks whole. A high keening sound comes from the Adra. Examine the machine. You check the copper connections and knobs. Everything appears to be intact, but none of the essence in the pillar runs through it. The keening grows louder. Activate the machine. You turn the Adra wheel and adjust some of the sliders. At first, nothing happens. Then, you feel a fluctuation in the ether. The wailing grows louder. Yeah, boy. Essence moves within the Adra, opening a dimension as raw and distorted as a fresh wound. Something in that place pulls at your soul. The distant voices cry out again.
Of course.
The dimension within the Adra is open, tugging at your soul. Project your party into the pillar. Let's do it. Let's do it. A force within the Adra tugs your soul from your body and into a realm of pure essence. You become aware of a fragmented, dreamlike landscape. It's not a physical place, but rather a shape your mind has formed from the teeming energy. So is your presence in it.
Gue? What is this? Are we truly in this place?
Your actual body is still in Pococahara. You feel the cold tiles beneath it, smell the dusty air around it. But you cannot return to it. Something here has a hold on you. The voices you hear outside the pillars scream and wail somewhere close by. See. Okay, it's a lot of peeps. You reach the source of the tumult, a festering mass of corruption. Hundreds of souls cry out within, trapped and twisted by the accumulating decay.
If this is how the gods run the Beyond, I'm sure Valian animancy would be an improvement.
A handful of souls, still fresh and mostly whole, surface to confront you. One of them separates out from the others and stares you down with grim, hateful intensity.
You do not belong here.
The speaker takes the form of an older Huana man, his visage shifting as if reflected in rippling water. He is not a physical presence, but rather a soul given shape. Benevolent. Kajak, captain of the junk at your service.
We are the dead.
His voice hits in your mind like a clapper to a bell.
Maybe you're dead. I do not see Tangaloa's mouth or Sirono's doors anywhere.
Yeah, shut up, Beza. A second form takes shape near the first and glowers at him. Their essences sharpen and flicker at each other.
My storm wreathes Pococahara. Ngati's fist drags Valiant ships to the deep. If you come to stop this, you have already failed.
His form gathers definition. Whether or not his words are true, he believes what he's saying.
You come as an endorsement from your mother, I say.
He nods at Takehu.
As usual, I am the last to know.
You're responsible for the storms. How?
Ngati holds our souls in this swamp, cut off from the sea. The flow of essence stops here.
He gazes out at the shifting scenery beyond your floating platform of what only resembles stone.
And rots, apparently.
She wrinkles her nose at the putrefying mass and checks under her boots.
The cistern overflows into the world of the living, stirring the sea and skies with the fury of the goddess, bringing storms.
His lips curve into a slight smile. Blinking, Maya clears her throat and eases in closer. Be honest. There's nothing divine about broken machinery around an Audra pillar.
The gods laugh at machines, I say. Nothing built of kith hands can wrest away their will.
Except that they were basically built with the power of machines, a man. In spite of his words, he regards the corruption over his shoulder with a frown.
No souls travel through here. The Audra screams. Ngati grins, showing her fangs.
Akira, then you do know my mother.
Huh?
This is where Valiant's scheming ends. Ngati's servant holds the dam closed to flood the living world with her vengeance.
He places a hand over the spot in his heart, his heart once occupied. We can go diplomatic or honest. We've got Beza's pages or history. I think I'm more interested in, you sure? They'll do anything to protect an investment. Though you're only holding a mental projection of the pages, Anaharu peers down at them and absorbs their meaning. He turns his gaze toward Beza.
Don't look at me. You report to your fish goddess, and I report to Sangreta Mea Compressa.
Anaharu silences her with a glare.
I am the storm of my people. Audra is the staff I wave to churn Ngati's kingdom.
He opens his palms. The other ether around you reacts at once, whipping up the ambient essence into frenzy. Far away, you think you can hear furious winds growing in response.
Madiko, to arrive at the far side of death and find this babbling brook.
Presses her temples with both hands.
The Valians will not overrun us while I have the strength to repel them.
He furrows his brow towards Beza.
If you think bad weather will hold back my countrymen, you have greatly underestimated us.
They will depart when the waters rise to drown their investments. This I know.
These storms chase away fish and blight crops. You're the one killing Tikawara.
Fool! Ngati will stop churning the seas when the outsiders leave. Then I will be reborn as a Ranga.
Okay. You're not a good man.
Pirates and slavers drove my tribe from our old roots and havens.
Sure.
Now, the Valians do the same with paper. They come to pull Audra from the earth and mill it like grain.
You speak as though this Audra has been the heart and soul of your tribe for generations, though you have only recently come here.
Audra is the heart and health of the Deadfire. You whose breast is cold and still would know nothing of this. There is nothing more to say. Here at the end, outsider lies are a dull edge.
He glowers at you, the ambient essence growing sharp and turbulent around him. Don't remember which ones do which. So we're going to take a quick look at the Pococahara questline. Because they come with a couple of different options. So we've got the Storms of Pococahara, Terms of Trade, and Dim Prospects. So Terms of Trade is the Valiant side of things, I believe. So if we do the Valian side of things, that is to restore the Audra Pillar and leave it hale and hearty, then restoring the pillar will get us a major positive reputation with the Valian Trading Company and some dosh. It says destroying the pillar will still get us minor positive reputation with the VTC and money. I think that might be a typo, though. I think it might be minor negative reputation, but we'll see. Or maybe we won't. Yeah, the RDC side of things, the Royal Deadfire Company side of things, is if we destroy the pillar, we get we get 2 moderate positives with some money. Otherwise, we get a moderate negative, but we can also get a moderate positive by excusing ourselves, etc., etc. So we can do a bunch of different things. I think, one, the VTC, the Valiant Trading Company, is probably one of the groups that I care about the least. I'm relatively interested in the Huana for this playthrough, and I'm relatively interested in the RDC for this playthrough. So the either Huana or the Royal Deadfire Company, I think, are gonna be the ones that I want to go with. So I think we destroy the Audra. And we go from there. I could destroy the Audra. The Valians would have nothing here.
Spiteful and foolish. It would harm this tribe more than the Republic's.
I agree, honestly. She shakes her head and purses her lips.
They would find some other horror to visit upon Tikawara. This I know.
He seems ready to dismiss your words, but then winces, glancing away towards the ether.
This Audra, the broken machine. Do you speak truth? I feel no gods here.
He hangs his head. Yeah, it seems like this place has just been fucked up for a long time. I can only speak for Berath, who isn't around.
The Audra. This is my prison. And yours is the first sane voice to speak through the bars.
He squeezes either side of his head as if to repress a deep pounding.
I try not to take that personally.
Would you destroy it? Let no Valian hands touch the Audra. Then you send me on to another life?
The skin crinkles at the corners of his eyes.
Do not listen to him, friend. We both know the islander has no idea how much a shard of this prison is worth.
Yeah, fuck you, Beza. Oh, I think we destroy the Adra. I think that's the route I'm gonna go. You have my word, I'll destroy the Adra. Your words reach him like a wind that fragments his essence, sending tatters to billow off into the ether. The last of Anaharu nods to you, all the while wearing a content smile. Then he's gone.
No. We didn't die just so the company could write us off as a loss and move on.
Beza grits her teeth, shaking her head at the departed form of Anaharu.
Like it on.
Okay, so we've got to fight some of them. My countrymen will find luminous Adra and fresh corpses when they arrive. She snaps her fingers, signaling her crew to attack. So.
Yeah.
Alara, Falero. They've got random dead people in here just because, you know, they need more than what we're fighting right now. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Huh? See that, Ishi?
That, do this.
Me too.
You're doing that. That's great. You should immediately start doing this. It's cool. I actually think let's go kill Alara with Ishiza and we want here. And we are going to want to do this.
It makes no difference.
Again, I don't want you to just randomly use that. I want you to use that as an execute. Just attack. And now do this. Nice. Okay, absolutely what Maya should do. Hit the trigger for pierce the bell, and then pierce the bell. Great. Awesome. Oh.
This does not.
My bad. Go and we'll want to do this. That's
It makes no difference.
Alright, now you can try to kill the shit out of that guy. Let's go for this one. We're in here. Oh! Oh no! It didn't do shit. Misses. No. A 77 versus 84. No. No. Oh, okay. So it's 77 versus 84 is a -7. So we rolled a 22. Gotcha. That's cool.
Right between the eyes.
Damn.
Good.
And boop. Damn, did we miss again? We totally did. We missed again.
That's on me. It makes no difference.
That's me too.
Right between the eyes.
Damn. Eyes just carries the whole fucking team. Real talk. You subdue the furious souls, ripping them into motes of their constituent essence. Beyond this cloud of essence, you feel the pull of the cycle, a force that steadily increases. This pillar remains steadfastly blocked from the natural flow. Power still hums through the essence. Sending it through the cycle would restore the Adra around you. Fragmenting it would detonate the delicate balance of power, destroying the pillar. Either way, the steady tug of the beyond grows. You must decide quickly. Fuck. I think we're gonna go to the RDC way. It kind of hurts me because I feel like I hate that whole side of things, but like I don't like destroying. I'm a creator, not a destroyer. But yeah, I think in this particular situation, I'm more interested in, again, either the Juana or the RDC. So detonate the Adra, destroying the pillar. You animate the corrupted essence into a destructive force, ripping the space around you apart. You escape back towards your body before you are destroyed too.
Done and done.
Indeed.
You cling to the tether of your soul, racing to the safety of the material world even as the immaterial one warps around you. You feel it falling apart, disintegrating into profound emptiness. You're terrified it will destroy you too. You return to your body, feeling as though you've just fallen into it from a mountaintop. Your companions gasp and groan beside you. You cover your ears against the cracking, shattering Adra.
Of course.
Within engravings line these massive urns, denoting the many Juana interred within. Shattered, the Adra pillar stands dull and lifeless, its soul energy dispersed into the surrounding air. Right, up we go. Is this the secret return up top? I think it is. All right. And that is Pokakahara. Noise, noise, noise. Odie bodie boy. Sir. I am hungry, but I was thinking about maybe just putting the pizza in the oven. I especially, like, I don't want you to go out in this. It was more the danger of the storm. I don't want you taking mine in the storm either. If you want to go get something, though, here in a second, we can just go together if you're interested. Yeah? Alright, let me finish up this video, and then maybe we'll do something, okay? Alright! Pokakahara is no longer stormy. But it's also no longer super valuable. Head on over to Tikawara. See how this reaction. What? How unhappy are the people going to be here? Damn. That's some intense sounds. Oh, uh-oh. As you near the dock, voices roar over the din of the waves. It seems as if the entire village has gathered, and many of them don't seem happy. They argue with one another, pointing into the distance, but at your approach, they turn to stare at you, their eyes wide with apprehension or anticipation. The crowd parts for the Ranga, whose scowl is as broad as his shoulders.
The storms disappear, and with them a great cloud of essence.
He shakes with rage.
My fishermen tell me your ship alone sailed from the island.
He points an accusing finger. The junk is my home, not just my ship.
Do not dance around the matter, I say. Now there will be no port to feed us, no valiant soldiers to defend us. For what did you ruin us so?
Your people must follow their own path, not the Valians.
The Valians would bring trade, prosperity. Now, no one will come.
Now, you don't have a fucking supernatural storm making this place a shithole. Now, you don't have two incredibly large economic and military powers fighting over your island. Now, you can make your own way. He swallows, glancing up at the other villagers as if lost.
Then we move on again. This was always our way, Ranga.
Fuck you, Nairi. I don't like you either. The young priestess at Ruanu's side steps forward, holding her narrow shoulders high.
What did the other foreigners bring but death and grief?
She raises her voice, and the others standing around prick up their ears. Don't listen to this lady. The dwarf at the edge of the crowd shuffles his feet.
Ruano Aimiko, thank you for your kindness, but it is time I moved on, no?
Glances at you hopefully. Ruanu scowls at this, then turns to you. That's all I should be going.
So long as I am Ranga, you will find no shelter here. No welcome at any hearth in Tikawara. Our people will bury your tracks with sand. You will be less than the lowest of us.
He glares at the rest of the tribe as he says this.
The shrine must shelter any traveler Amira's winds send to us. Our guest will be welcome there.
Nairi gives you a faint nod, ignoring Ruanu's widening scowl.
You know the ways of the gods.
Waves a hand. Ruanu grunts and raises an arm to dismiss the villagers.
Perhaps now the company can get on with more useful endeavors.
Her eyes grow wide and blink several times as though she is trying to rouse herself from a bad dream. The others nod and disperse, murmuring to one another as they scatter across the village. How happy would I be? Yeah.
Aye.
That's fair. I don't know, this whole scenario is just like, it fucks me up. Like, the situation that this, a lot of the different situations that you'll find in Deadfire, I find are kind of intentionally obtuse, right? Like, I get the concept behind them. They're trying to create conflict. But sometimes the conflict's just not really believable, right? Like, in this particular situation, this place does not need to be the way that it is. These people do not have to go through the hardships that they are going through. They're doing it themselves. And it's kind of fucked up, the way that the game presents it.
Soon the director will send a ship to fetch the rest of the supplies. And me. Unless you have room on your ship.
Ooh. What about Beza's pages? Let's check Vector. I don't want to take him if he's got shitty stuff, though. He is a merchant. Doesn't matter. He is a novice cook. Just 1 point though, so he's nothing else. And that's good, actually. Given Beza's pages, your captain had some dark plans for the tribe.
Quay, what do you mean?
He takes the pages from you and flips through them. Then he stops, one hand frozen over the stained paper. He looks up to you and laughs nervously.
Per complancanet, you cannot take this thing so seriously. As I was an academy brat hoping to catch the director's notice.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, my man. Fresh beads of sweat pop up from his forehead.
And anyway, this has nothing to do with me. I am just a cook.
Vector tugs at his collar, peeling the soot-sweat cloth from his chest.
A cook without shame makes a poor breakfast, I say.
Ikehu crosses his arms and narrows his eyes.
But I will see this gets back to the director in Neketaka. No need to worry.
Gives you a strained smile and tucks the papers away as fast as he can. Found the remains of your expedition.
That you mean? Madiko.
His thick brows rise in alarm.
If the expedition failed, the company will hesitate to finance a second one. They might close the book forever.
Sighs, scratching his head.
You sweat too much over too little, Victor. I have never known the company to hold the expedition's cook responsible for its success or failure.
Yeah.
Captain Bez always said that the cook is the heart of morale. Can you not imagine why I am high-strung, with a crew's fortunes balanced on every dish? If their work was finished, their families in the republics would be compensated.
He looks at you beseechingly. See what I can do.
Agrasima.
So I don't like this guy, but honestly, after we pick him up, he's just gonna be another face on the, like, not like he's ever gonna get talked to. So yeah, we could use a cook unless you'd rather stay here.
I would consent to be chained to your galley if it saved me from this dump.
He sighs and pockets his dish rack. Swank. Okay.
What for, Cap? Done and done.
So we already have a cook, and yeah, she is also a singular cook, so I have zero interest in using Vector. Oh, Juliak is a singular deckhand. We should be using deckhand. For some levels. Shizu is a singular cook. Helmsman, right. Not a... Get perfects. Trying to get perfects!
For what do you linger here?
I'll rest, actually, because, again, Seraphim is hurt. So we might as well.
Aye.
Okay, and that is Okakahara done. So now we need to head back and turn into both the VTC and the RDC, the completions for Pokakahara. And yeah, that's about it. We will keep this group until we get done with this, and then plan will probably be to swap over to some other people. I wish I could make just the sea shanties louder, specifically, because they are a little quiet for what I would prefer. Okay, so obviously we have the VTC at Queen's Birth. We'll pop over to the Brass Citadel first. We're going to go to Imperial Command Lower, I think. See, Atsura. Oh, we need to see Atsura for Maya's stuff anyways. Yar. Yar. Yar Shabar. Maya scratches the back of her head.
This is where we part ways. For the moment.
What's going on, Maya?
Atsura will want me to report in alone. Sorry, it's company business. I might not be back for a few days on account of this.
Maya chews the inside of her cheek and reaches into her pack. She produces a sealed missive.
I'm supposed to handle this one alone. I won't ask you to come along or get involved.
At first, it seems like she's looking down at Ishiza. In fact, Maya is looking down at her feet. Go with you. Where are we bound?
When I said I won't ask, what I mean is you aren't invited. This is
Gotcha.
a one-woman, one-bird kind of job. Your other bird friend can keep you company for a couple of days.
She nods to Palagina. Without missing a beat, Palagina makes a rude hand gesture in Maya's direction. Nice.
Go have fun. Chase a god, save an island. Do what you do best, Captain.
She nods encouragingly. Safe travels, Maya.
You as well. Just don't have too much fun without us.
She nods to you, holding your gaze for an extra moment before she clicks her tongue to summon Ishiza.
Pyro cheats, I'm telling you.
It's impossible to cheat at Hazatoa.
Okay, I still need to come
He acts
speak
like
to
he's
him.
gonna do one thing, then he does something else.
That's called strategy. And don't you work for Atsura?
That's pretty funny. Okay, well, I was gonna see Atsura, but Atsura's not there, so maybe I will have to come back. Ugh. Multiple quests. So we're gonna reload into this area and see if that dings for Atsura. Like that's a no, okay. I think we can just rest a couple times to get Maya back, actually. Just wait for time to pass. Round 2. Ready, fight. Round 3. Jeez. Hopefully it's not significantly longer. I might look it up. Maya. About Maya's. Na 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 na. Hey, how's it going, Jake? Thanks for the bits. What are you up to tonight? Hmm. Okay. Report. Do so. Yeah. She'll excuse herself for a couple of days to follow through. Once she returns, what give me a. You're not gonna give me more than just a once she returns? Swank. Okay. Well, let's just wait for like 15 more days. Because I would rather just not have to come back to this spot. Oof. Hey, Maya's back. Yay.
Captain.
Woo! Goodness gracious. Okay.
Done and done.
I guess I still have to fucking leave because I can't change my party out right now. I think I need fucking. I think I need to be able to leave town for that, which is dumb. I wish you could change your party out at any time. Honestly, make things way fucking simpler. Way simpler. Okay. Just add in. Pop. Save. Lower command. Woohoo! So, for people interested in the whole Maya thing, all of the missives are assassination orders. And actually, I'm perfectly fine with all of the assassination orders except for
I get along fine with him. He's straightforward.
one of them.
Are we talking about the same Atsura?
So the people who get assassinated are the governor of the first town that you go to. He's kind of a slime ball anyways. Whatever. That Ranga Ruanu, right? That we were just dealing with in Tikawara. He gets assassinated. I'm fine with both of those, because both of them are kind of shitty. And seem like meh to poor leaders. But the one that I'm not super happy about is the Stormcaller in Port Mage. She gets assassinated too, the leader of the Huana there. And I actually liked her, so.
Ahoy.
Anyways, let us talk to Maya.
So, we're back. Did you miss us?
Absolutely, I could not continue without you. Maya smiles a little, the side of her mouth twitching, as Shiza offers a friendly squawk. Honest is no? That's not honest. I mean, I guess that's like rude honesty, you know? Of course I missed you, Maya.
Well, thanks. It was just me and the bird for a couple of days, and we're sick to death of each other. Something happened out there, and it's got me all turned around.
Maya fixes her attention on a distant point. Speak your mind.
I didn't exactly deliver a missive. That parchment was meant for me, and I delayed opening it as long as I could.
She folds her arms.
Atsura gave me a name and a location. That was all. When you're a sharpshooter by trade and your boss doesn't offer clarification, you learn to arrive at your own conclusions.
Don't tell me you shot someone. Of course she shot someone. Why would I say that? Go on.
The rub of it is, my target wasn't some ship's captain or an ogre swinging a fence post. He was the Ranga of a Huana tribe.
Yeah. Ruanu! She raises her brow and studies you for any reaction. Seraphin closes his eyes as he nods along. Takehu draws a quick breath of astonishment. Don't you start from the beginning? Nodding to you, Maya shrugs away some tension that you hadn't noticed before.
The village was beachside. No sign of foreign occupation. I might have been the first outsider to make land in quite a while.
Oh, so not Ruanu.
They were just simple folk going
Oh,
about their
course.
lives. Couldn't have been more than 50 of them. Their Ranga, though? He had a voice that carried, that echoed in the hearts of his people.
Her eyes narrowed as she concentrates on a far-off point. Speak about.
He called for unity with the neighboring tribes, the setting aside of bad blood. His people listened, and listened well.
Belief. Sounds like another good one. His expression softening, Takehu frowns to himself and backs away a step, giving Maya space.
He was my target. You can guess what happened next.
Maya shrugs, squeezing her forearms to release some tension. Tell me anyways.
I picked a spot and a time of day. Morning, west-facing, plenty of tree cover. The light was in my favor. The winds were low. He left his hut, mussed his kid's hair,
Oof.
and set off for the beach on the other side of the island, checking lobster traps.
Pressing his lips together, Takehu studies Maya intently as she speaks. He pulls at the ends of his hair, twirling them anxiously between his fingers.
Ishi followed him overhead, and I followed him with my sights, holding my breath, waiting for the right moment. And then I stopped. I pictured all those captains I'd riddled with holes and wondered, is this how we treat civilians? Is this how wars are won?
I don't want to say and you spared his life because I'm pretty sure she still shot his ass. Go on.
I shot him in the back of the head.
Yep.
He was a corpse before he hit the ground.
She opens her fingers like a flower blooming. Seraphin strokes his braided beard beneath a quiet smirk. Takehu worries one of his hairs between.
It took a while for his kin to find him, but only seconds to figure out that he didn't die of a weak heart.
She chews her bottom lip, glances toward Ishiza.
Kara, that is enough.
Takehu's even expression twists into a mask of agony. Maya shifts her attention to him with alarm. Seraphin snickers quietly.
I say she can spare her breath for the authorities in Serpent's Crown.
Maya pinches the bridge of her nose.
That's not going to happen, Blue Guy.
Maya's hand strays towards her belt, perking at attention. Ishiza ruffles his tail feathers. Ooh. Yeah, probably shouldn't have brought Takehu for this. Might have to redo it without Takehu. I'd like to hear her out before making any hasty decisions.
I will be watching you, assassin.
Takehu points to his eyes and then points to Maya's. He grimaces with disgust.
If you two were finished, I was just getting to the point. This tribe surprised me. They acted like I kicked over their anthill. They got mad. They got to work.
Yeah, we're doing Symphonia tonight. I'm actually just about to finish up this this video, and then we're gonna swap over to Symphonia.
The old Ranga went onto a pyre, and the new one snapped into place. She took up the call for unity while the embers were still warm.
Never gonna finish anything. Maya shakes her head, grinning a little.
Acted like I hadn't just killed her boss for doing the same thing.
Doesn't sound like your mission was a success.
I completed my mission. I leave out Sura to worry about whether or not it was a success.
Pelagina nods, the corners of her mouth turning to a faint grin. Sighing to herself, Maya tugs at her hair bun, wearing a loose lock.
If you don't mind, I need to let this brew in my head for a while and see what bubbles up. Thanks for letting me unload in the meantime. We should talk to Atsura. He'll want to know that I've done as he asked.
Gina tips her head and smiles. Let's be off.
What can I do? Certainly.
And we will be speaking to Atsura and the VTC about a bunch of different things next time we play Pillars of Eternity 2. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.